Good day everyone. For today's video, let us talk about education law. This is very important for those who are planning to take the LET examination on March 2023 and on the succeeding LET exams. Okay, let's begin. PD 1006, a decree providing for the professionalization of teachers, signed by President Ferdinand E. Marcos. Again, Decree Presidential Decree 1006, Decree Professionalizing Teachers. Next, RA 1079 of June 15, 1954. This an act providing that civil service eligibility shall be permanent. Again, RA 1079, an act providing that civil service eligibility shall be permanent. Next, RA 1425, an act to include in the curricula of all public and private colleges and university courses on the life, works, and writings of Jose Rizal, particularly his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. Again, RA 1425, inclusion of works of Rizal. Next, RA 4670, okay, of June 18, 1966, an act to promote and improve the social and economic status of public school teachers, including the Code of Professional Conducts for Teachers. Again, RA 4670, Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. Next, RA 6655 of May 26, 1988, it is the policy of the state to provide for a free public secondary education to all qualified citizens and to promote quality education. Again, RA 6655, Free Public Education Act of 1988. Next, the RA 6728, an act providing government assistance to students and teachers in private education. Okay, again, RA 6728, an act providing government assistance to students and teachers in private education. Okay, take note this was amended by RA 8545. Next, RA 7277, an act providing for the rehabilitation, self-development, and self-reliance of disabled persons and their integration into the mainstream of society and for other purposes. Again, RA 7277, Magna Carta for PWD, or persons with disability. Next, RA 7610, an act providing for stronger deterrence and special protection against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination and other purposes. This was approved on June 17, 1992. Again, RA 7610, Anti-Child Abuse Law. Okay, Amendment RA 9231. Next, the RA 7722, an act creating the Commission on Higher Education, appropriating funds therefore and other purposes, approved on May 18, 1994 by President Fidel V. Ramos. Again, RA 7722, the creation of CHED, or Commission on Higher Education. Next, RA 7743 of June 17, 1994, an act providing for the establishment of congressional, city, and municipal libraries and barangay reading centers throughout the Philippines. Again, RA 7743, establishment of public libraries. Next, RA 7796, an act creating the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, approved on August 25, 1994 by President Fidel V. Ramos. Again, RA 7796, TESDA, the creation of TESDA. Okay, next, the RA 7836, an act to strengthen the regulation and supervision of the practice of teaching in the Philippines and prescribing a licensure examination for teachers. Okay, again, RA 7836. Again, RA 7836, Philippine Teacher Professionalization Act of 1994. Next, RA 7880, Fair and Equitable Access to Education Act. This was approved on February 20, 1995 by President Fidel V. Ramos. Okay. RA 8049. Okay, an act regulating hazing and other forms of initiation rights in fraternities, sororities, and other organizations and providing penalties therefore. Again, RA 8049, the anti-hazing law. Next, RA 8187, an act granting paternity leave of 7 days with full pay to all married male employees in private and public sectors for the first 4 deliveries of legitimate spouses. Okay, this was approved on June 11, 1996 by President Fidel V. Ramos. Again, RA 8187, Paternity Act. Next, RA 9155. Okay, the Basic Education or DepEd Law. Okay, this was an act instituting a framework of governance for basic education, establishing authority and accountability, renaming, okay, take note, renaming the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports as the Department of Education. Kasi before, we call it DEX or Department of Education, Culture, and Sports. So this act, it replaces the DEX into DepEd. Okay, next, again, RA 9155, Basic Education or DepEd Law. Okay, next, RA 9293, okay, an act amending certain section of Republic Act 7836, or otherwise known as Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. This was approved on April 21, 2004 by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Okay, amendment. Okay, again, RA 9293, Teachers Professionalization Act. Next, RA 10533, an act enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education, otherwise known as Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. This is K-12 law. Okay, this was approved on May 15, 2013 by President Benigno Aquino. Okay, next, RA 10627. RA 10627, an act requiring all elementary and secondary to adopt policies to prevent and address the acts of bullying. This was approved September 12, 2013 by President Benigno Aquino III. Okay, again, RA 10627, Anti-Bullying Act. Next, the Proklama bilang 12. Okay, Linggo ng Wika. Okay, nagpapahayag na Linggo ng Wikang Pambansa ang panahong sapul sa ika-29 ng Marso hanggang ika-4 ng Abril bawat taon. Okay, by President Ramon Magsaysay. Approved on March 26, 1946. Okay. And then, in Proclama 186, Proclama bilang 186, okay, this is an amendment. Amending proclamation bilang proclamation number 12. It was amended by 186. Okay. Amending proclamation number 12 dated March 26, 1954 by transferring the celebration of national language from March 29 to April 4 to August 13 to 19 every year. Okay, so dati yung Linggo ng Wika is celebrated March 29 to April 4, and then it was amended. It was transferred to August 13 to 19, Linggo ng Wika. It was approved by President Ramon Magsaysay in September 1955. Okay, it was further amended, okay, in Proklama bilang 1041, okay, the Buwan ng Wika. Buwan ng Wika na siya from August 1 to 31 by President Fidel V. Ramos. Okay, so I hope that these laws that we have I have presented will help you, no, during the exam. So you can print this. You can print this on your walls, and then you can just read this from time to time, so you can remember these laws as you take the exam on March 2023. Okay, so good luck to your exams, and thank you very much for watching. Okay.